Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Give it a minute. Either way, y'all read the title, so y'all know what y'all in for. We just gonna keep it on topic. Try to keep it quick. You see, they got me locked up in here, so we gonna make it quick. If you ain't here, say what's happening. Make it known, G. Give it another minute. It's only been a minute in. We might move around. Yeah. Claustrophobic in a sense. Mm. Well, shit, I'm gonna just get started. My people will come in when they come in. Gucci and Floyd Mayweather. Let me make this disclaimer to everybody. I don't like talking about celebrities or what the fuck is going on in other people's lives. I don't really like to bring other people up. It's not my thing to do. So this probably ain't gonna be one of them deep conversations. Cause I mean that's that nigga's life, and it don't affect mine. So I just want to put it out there before I get into it. And I'm gonna try to. I'm going to try. I might fail, but I'm gonna try to give different perspectives on the situation. Want to try? Gonna try. So Gucci, yeah, Gucci, yeah, Gucci, and Floyd Mayweather. It's just funny. I gotta laugh every time I say that because it's like this is not the normal thing I do. But shit got quiet out there. My son's asleep. Got the TV going. All right, we good. He watching Power Rangers. The first one. Slam the door. But all right. So yeah, Gucci and Floyd Mayweather. And this was a family requested, sub requested. Uh, so I'm gonna try to get into it. So Gucci did the blackface, and everybody's tripping. They got blackface shirts, shoes, like little accessories for purses and keychains. They did a whole bunch of shit, right? So let's start there. Let's just start there. Gucci is run by white folks, and we know white folks' history on this planet. We know that history, and those who choose to avoid it and try to sugarcoat it, well, you could do that. But Gucci is run by predominantly white people, and white people have a history. I mean, their history is racism and oppression and a bunch of fuck shit. And we just gonna keep it G. We just gonna keep it G. What's happening? I just started. I just started. I really just started. Just started. So I'm glad to see you. I hope all is well, man. But talk about Gucci, Floyd Mayweather, and what I was saying was Gucci. I don't. I don't really like keeping other people's names in my mouth. I don't really like the celeb gossiping. I don't do that. So this ain't gonna be some deep science or nothing. We just gonna pretty much talk. You know, I'm gonna try to give as many perspectives as I can. So feel free to jump in and throw in a perspective because I'm just trying to look at it from all angles because we have to look at it for what it's worth. So Gucci makes blackface. Got a whole bunch of blackface apparel and shit and accessories. Okay. Gucci, for the most part, for the majority part, mainly, is run by white folks. And we know that white people have, to this day, the most violent and aggressive history and behavior of the planet. This is just fact. So we have to understand the dynamics of prejudice, and I have a video on this. Prejudice and racism are two totally different things. Prejudice is I like apples over oranges. That's prejudice. Everyday people practice prejudice, and it's necessary. It's necessary. If you don't like something, you don't like something. If you prefer something over something else, that's just what you prefer. So when you talk about, or when it is spoken on as white folks want to only fuck with white folks and don't. Oh, hold on. I told you I was putting my son to sleep. Hey, buddy. He's probably gonna cry again. But the house is full. We got company, and I'm trying to take care of the boy. But people who prefer to stick with their race only, that's fine. That's a natural survival instinct. You see what I'm saying? I might bring him in on the live. It's just one of those days, family. So y'all gonna work with me. But that's prejudice. Racism is having enough power economically in general to be able to influence another culture of people's lives. That's racism. Prejudice is preferring apples over oranges. So when we look at the dynamics of things, everybody's prejudiced to a certain extent, but racism is much different from being prejudiced. Racism, that's little homie. Y'all hearing the little homie out there. Racism deals with a power dynamic, I mean. So Gucci does blackface. People yell racism. And to the degree of what racism is about, Gucci is practicing racism. Gucci is a multi-billion-dollar company that's powernomics with the capability to influence a culture or a people. Most people, not all, most people are materialistic. That's why Gucci is so successful. That's a power dynamic. That's a racial dynamic. They have the power to influence people to become consumers of them, and they have influence by promoting. Y'all coming with me? Hold up, simmer on that. I'm coming right back. What's up, Gorilla? Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds, God. Say peace. Yeah, say peace. Yeah, G, I gotta talk to the people. You gonna chill with me? You gonna chill with me? Okay, so what I'm saying is racism by definition, is a power nomic. You have to have power. Yeah. Influential power. Does not Gucci have the power to influence people? To be consumers of them? Okay? But hear me out. Got anything to say? Don't be staged right now. Okay. Okay. You're gonna let me talk, right? You ain't gonna cry on me. Alright, so when Gucci does blackface, it doesn't affect me. Now I can only give my input, my perspective, and I'll try to go over other perspectives. You got something to say, G? Just talk to them. Exactly. And I'm not either. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. This is what we're talking about. When Gucci does blackface, oh, they do some old racist shit. This is the society we live in. They have the power structure to do so. How you let it affect you is where they get their power, in a sense. You feel me? You feel me, Divine? You feel me, G? You feel me? So when Gucci does something like that and we react, then they're taking the power. They're gaining more power over the people. So Gucci, I don't give a fuck who does it. Kanye, he got some old slave apparel. I don't give no fucks because I'm not buying Gucci. I'm not giving them that power. I'm not even thinking about Gucci. Not because I can't afford Gucci or some weird shit. It's just I'm not giving a fuck about what a clothing line is going to do with their merchandise. If I get mad at them for putting on blackface, I gotta get mad at every white person doing blackface. And there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. And I gotta get angry and mad and huffing and puffing about every culture vulture in existence. I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out. All because I want to swerve into a lane that ain't got shit to do with me. Oh, they're making fun of black people and you're black first. I understand that perspective of that antagonistic perspective. But giving Gucci power will be tripping the fuck out and protesting their clothes. Nigga, just don't buy Gucci. There's thousands of black owned businesses that don't get as much credit and promotion as deserved. But it's still up to the people to buy black. If this is what we're talking about, because most of the anger or whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is coming from black folks. And I understand. Doesn't mean I agree. It just means I understand why. You feel me? You feel me, G? I know you feel me, G. Give me a high five. That one? That's my dog. That's my dog. So Gucci can do whatever the fuck they want. In the literal sense, they can do whatever the fuck they want. What does it affect me? I still go to the corner store, buy white tees, and I still rock sweatpants and Dickies. Like, now if Dickie did some old fuck shit, okay, that's my. I'm just not gonna give him no more money. I'm not about to go crazy. You feel me, don't you? You look at me dead in my eyes. It's about who you give your power to. Understanding we live in a racist dynamic society, or a racist society. Not everybody can be racist. Not everybody is racist. And a lot of the times we mix racism, a power dynamic, with prejudice. Because we seeing it played out ignorantly, so we don't know what the fuck to think about. It's like, is it good? First we gotta know racism versus prejudice. First we gotta understand that. If we can understand that, then when the actions happen, we can comprehend it and process it properly. Like if this motherfucker walking down the street just calls me a nigga, like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be real with y'all. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna probably slap fire out of his face, and I'm just keeping the G with you. But then again, that same motherfucker is practicing prejudice ignorantly. Ignorantly. Why is he not practicing racism? Because he doesn't have a power over anything to influence anything. He's just being ignorant, thinking it's racist. He don't know he's not in the power He's not in a position of power to practice racism. He's practicing ignorance that was imposed upon him. Hey, Queen, we see you. We see you. How you doing? Oh yeah, this is Divine. Say what's up, G. Say peace. Yeah, you can talk. My dog. Yeah, this Divine. It's a big boy. I got daddy duties heavy today. Mom is busy running her business out here. Kids are asleep. His sister's asleep, so it's just me and him. So So the motherfucker walking down the street calling me nigga is not racism. He thinks it's racism. And he expects me to think it's racism. No, he's just ignorantly prejudiced. Thinking it's racism. He don't like black folks because whatever the fuck reasons. He doesn't have the position of power. Does he, dude? Does he, G? He don't got the position of power to make daddy trip out. He's just gonna get beat up. That's all. And then he gonna get taught a lesson after I tell him to watch this video. Right? I know you're sleepy. So that's just Gucci. That's Gucci. Gucci can do whatever the fuck they want. Nike can do whatever the fuck they want. Everybody can do whatever the fuck they want. We have to be able to understand, are they practicing racism or prejudice? Prejudice is preferring to stay within white folks. If you're a white person, you want to just have babies with white people. That's basic natural instinct. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not even like, really? No, that's natural. Lions don't go fucking zebras thinking, hey, well, I'm straight now. No, it's just basic instinct. Now, Floyd Mayweather, as a black man, or whatever he decides to call himself, is his business. But I'm talking about him, so. He can spend his money any way. Right. Gorilla, you said it on murder shit. Merc shit. We like brothers, bro. Right. I can't tell this motherfucker how to spend his money. Nobody can tell. I don't give a fuck if I'm down to my last 20. Ain't nobody on this planet. They can try to explain to me why I shouldn't. But it's still up to me. I can spend my money however I feel like it. He earned every dollar. Whether you want to chastise him about his fighting style or his personal life, whatever, it don't matter. He earned every one of those dollars himself. He could spend that shit however the fuck he wants. I'm not wearing a TMT shirt. I don't support his business, so I can't get mad that he's supporting other people's business. I cannot get mad at that. I can't say shit. That ain't my lane. He gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do with his money, and that's that. You get you some money and you go invest it whatever you want. Somebody's gonna have a problem with how you spend your money. Man, this is not a Pepsi. This is a homemade can of drink. I'm not promoting nobody who don't pay me. But that's the truth. Floyd Mayweather can spend his money however he wants. Now, can I sit here and say he could have absolutely invested in black businesses? He does. He does shit on the low. I don't know what businesses offer it, but I know he invests his money in foundations and charities and events for kids and shit like that. I know he does that. So he can spend his money how he wants, and he does. He spends it where he wants to. He's in, hey, we gonna get somebody like him too, G. Yeah. But that's the thing. Could he invest it somewhere else? Yeah. Does he have enough money to still do so? Yeah. Can he keep buying Gucci if he wants? Knowing how Gucci feels and the perspectives they want to carry. Even though they say sorry, see, listen. It's called strategy, strategic war. Gucci and whoever else, Tommy Hilfiger, Timberland, all these motherfuckers can put out blackface and nooses on shirts and shit. And then they'll take it off the shelves and apologize. This is a mental war. That's all that is. That's a tactic. It's not specifically Gucci is doing it. They're a part of it. You gotta understand, you control the mind, you control the body, you control the person. So I'm gonna put some shit out that's gonna cause you to get out of your balance, your peace, and it's gonna affect a lot of people. And then I'm gonna pull it off the shelf, and I'm gonna say sorry. I'm gonna let the bullshit arguments amongst the people go on and just sit back and watch. And then eventually, my shit's gonna skyrocket. That's what happens. That's all that happens. It's just a mental manipulation. That's all that happens. They knew goddamn well what they was doing when they put the shit out. That's why they took it off so quick. They was prepared. They know what they're doing. It's big business, baby. Mind manipulation is big business. We got to stay consumers, and we got to stay ignorant consumers. And the ones that practice proper economics and got a proper home structure and raise their children right and educate themselves and their children, those people, they don't get that's why they don't get the credit, and they don't get uh promoted to the people as much as the ignorance. This is a mind fuck. It's a manipulation. What you looking at? I'm just curious. Yeah, you handsome as hell, G. Yeah, go ahead, pose for him. It might be a little lady out there wearing fives, size fives. Don't even drink the bottles no more. Get you a cooker. But that's the thing, family. So Floyd can do what he wants with his money. He will continue to. If he wants to buy out Gucci, he's gonna buy out Gucci. He still got money left over. He's still investing properly in other places. It's just they want to promote the bullshit. They have to promote the bullshit. You gotta understand that. The I'm gonna do a video called the 11 Laws of War. That's you, G. And you, it's not like you need that, but it does lay out. Stop fucking with me. People always want to message. You see that? Messages and calling me and shit. So that's that. Gucci can do whatever the fuck they want. Period. They have the powernomic to do that. It's up to the people on how much of your energy you're willing to give to them for pulling fuckery. That's as basic as I can tell you. And Floyd Mayweather gonna do what he want to, cause he can, and everybody else can. You can. You can still go out there and buy Jordans. You can still go out there, shit. You could buy Shacks. You see what I'm saying? Like it's all here. It's all a mental thing. And this whole Gucci and Floyd, I don't like talking about other people. I don't. I don't like keeping the gossips. That's not my style. So this ain't gonna be too crazy or deep or intellectual. It's just gonna be the family talking about what the fuck is going on. G, how you feel about that? Was I right? Can I get a high five if I'm right? Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Get all that jewel off me, G. Hey, keep that for yourself. So that was asked to me by one of the family members. So I did it for him. Gucci gonna do what they do. Every big business has the power nomic to practice racism. We as the people have to understand racism and prejudice. We have to learn the difference. And then we have to be able to combat it. If Gucci does that or whoever the fuck does that, and we just want to complain and protest for a month or two or a week or until the new fad of drawing your attention comes, then that's what we're going to do. If we choose to not fuck with these people in general and actually invest in the smaller businesses that appreciate the dollar, that keeps the dollar within the community, if we choose to practice that proper economic, there's so many small businesses that don't get the light that they should, that make genuine good products by the people, for the people, that doesn't get like that support. I know plenty of businesses in this small city I live in, and since we're so divided, like I'll take me for existence. I always kept my circle small, so I really, really, really had to work for my clientele base. But the people that are cool with, or the in crowd, because the in crowd is small, always small. It's a bunch of people that know each other. When you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that business gets promoted more so. You see what I'm saying? So it's still, people are still gonna pick and choose who to fuck with. But if you invest, yeah, you feeling this, huh? If you invest in the smaller businesses, your dollar is worth something more so than spending a measly couple dollars at Gucci, who don't really appreciate your dollar. They just want the dollar. Next to the small businesses that's really appreciative of the dollar and puts in that quality work because they appreciate it so much. So it's all based on perspectives. If you want to attach your emotions to a clothing store or a music artist or some stupid shit, that's up to you. I'm gonna call it stupid shit, and that's my personal opinion. If you don't like me calling it stupid shit, then just don't listen to me, I guess. But that's how I feel on that, and that's how I try to, you know, maneuver around this motherfucker for real. So for the family who asked me about that and wanted me to speak on that, I hope that sufficed your, or was good enough for you, because I really don't have much to say about this shit because it don't influence me. It don't influence my life. It might influence the perspective of how people look at black men, but goddamn, that's still like, I can only do me anyway. So either way it goes, shit don't bother me none. It don't bother me none. You expect these companies and these people that are universally out of order or out of harmony with the world. You expect these people of chaos to show some semblance of decency and morals, and no, nigga, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want. That's that. That's that, motherfucker. You gotta do what you do. Stop tying, stop tying emotions to dumb shit that ain't got shit to do with shit. I don't give a fuck if they came out with a whole, I just don't give a fuck. They can do what they want. They can do what they, and I can too, and you can too. And you can choose to, tie yourself into bullshit, or you could choose to not. Turn the light on, G. They got us in the motherfucking closet, man. Mommy got all that shit going on. Sister sleep thing. Goddamn. But okay, so this NFL and this Kaepernick shit. I don't like the fact that he got his, they letting him play. I don't like that. I don't like that. I personally do not like that. But I'm not knocking any niggas hustle. Period. Period. I don't care who you are. If this is your way of making income, he could possibly have different revenue. I, I'm not speaking on that. I'm just speaking on the NFL and Kaepernick. That's all the fuck I'm talking about. I don't like talking about other motherfuckers in the first place. But this is how he makes his bread. I ain't mad that he getting his bread. He has a whole family. He has people depending on him, just like the rest of us. Do what you do. The reason I don't like it though, personally, is because if you know how these motherfuckers get down, and you see they don't respect your respect you in general, and they're showing a lack of respect for black men in this NFL. If you're gonna protest and take your knees and not stand for whatever songs they play, I don't give a fuck. I don't do none of that either. I never have in general. But if you're gonna do all that and just wait for that right price to come back, to me it's like, okay, okay, okay. Once again, that's your choice. But if these motherfuckers show me that, I'm not coming back. His name is big enough. We know the history of this whole situation. He ain't been in the NFL for a little bit of time, and he's making major moves. He has major support systems. All this without the NFL. All of this without the NFL. He made some major moves, and he's still making major moves without the NFL. So why go back? Why go back? They don't give a fuck about you. The NFL is what? What is it? What is it, Divine? It's a business. It's a business. That means you have bosses. You have superiors. They tell your ass to stand up, stand the fuck up, or you getting fired or sat down. That's what they gonna say. That's what they do. They don't respect you. They don't respect you. They need you to make their money. You are chattel. You're pretty much chattel. I don't know what else to tell you. So personally, I don't like that he did all this just to come back. But what was the end game supposed to be? Like, he's a great player. He still has much, much potential. So it's like, I can't get mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I'm not even tripping. But personally, I mean, this is personally. We all have our different perspectives on things, and I respect everybody's perspective because it's a different perspective that I haven't thought of probably. I didn't get to see it. But personally, you did so great. You brought so much attention to the fuckery. Then you go right back into it. To me, that's stupid. That's stupid. See, shit like that is stupid. Like, if I know the storm, I just got out the storm, I'm not about to jump my ass back in it. Right? But with $80 million, I might play a few games. I might play a few games. You know, I'm already doing major moves without the NFL, so that 80 million is probably gonna go into investing in what the fuck I've been doing, which is a good business plan. But personally, how do I feel about the NFL? I feel the NFL is a business. It's like Gucci's a motherfucking business, and they can do whatever the hell they want. Why? Because it's their business. You work for them. You work for them. Those are your superiors. If they say don't do this, you have free will of choice. But you can't really trip out that they want this business to operate in this manner because it best suits them. It's business, motherfucker. What do you mean? So I'm glad he he got his point across to the NFL. I hope the NFL respects it. If they don't, what did you expect for real? You can't be too surprised. And that's just how I feel about it, G. I mean, how y'all feel about it? I see the family in here. How y'all feel about it? Give me some perspectives. Give me some inputs. You can't get your eyes off of you, G. Yeah. But that's just how I feel about the whole situation. Gucci gonna do what they want. Walmart gonna do what they want. Nike gonna do what they want. Puma gonna do what they want. That's, I mean, what did you really expect for me to say? Like, don't you find it outrageous they're doing blackface? I mean, it's fucked up. But what do you expect out of disorderly creatures? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What do you expect? What do you expect? Like they don't. I mean, let's keep it G. I'm sure there's plenty of white folks that don't say nigga, but it's a whole lot more that do. It's a whole lot that share that same thought system because it's been stereotyped universally for a very long time that black folks are a certain type of way when that's obviously the complete opposite of the truth. But when you got people in power to do whatever the fuck they want, and we're always being influenced by everything around us, and we're raised to think a certain way, have certain perspectives. What do you mean? Yeah, they move on. That's what I said. When the next fad comes, it's a mental manipulation. We are under a hypnosis, and that's what it is. And when motherfuckers have a different perspective and the right perspectives on how shit is being worked out, everybody want to argue, and you know, I've brought racism to the light to a lot of people, and not even half of them, less than half of them, had an emotional response. We always had an intellectual conversation. So I know it exists that people can speak and really hold a conversation objectively of emotions and opinions and just look at it for what it is. And this is what it is. Whew. That's what I feel. Soon as, the next piece of bullshit comes out, next thing happens, we'll forget about it. We'll make jokes about it, the old shit. And whenever it comes back up, people will get it. Yeah, fuck that. Like, bruh, you're way too emotional for a situation that does not involve you. Well, Floyd could have spent that money over here with us. He could have. But you can't tell a man or a woman or a grown ass person what to do with what they got. You can tell them how you feel they could have, should have, would have, but that's your opinion. The way you beat certain parts of this matrix, certain parts of this hypnosis, is you don't give it any of your own personal power. That's a great step into the right direction. That's just what it is. I'm glad Kaepernick got his money. I was with the man. I fully understood why he was doing what he was doing. And I didn't want to see him go back. But, you know, that was the more my perspective on it. You know? What I would do. You see what I'm saying? But 80 million ain't bad. And I'm pretty sure the motherfucker's gonna kneel during every fucking song that's played. Still, like, NFL has to understand. Oh, I hope they understand, and he made it understood. Like, bro, I'm not standing for this shit, and you can't do shit about it. So there had to be some agreement, some type of understanding. Understand that black men and women dominate most of the sports, because it's just like that. You know, even hockey was started out with black folks. Don't get it twisted, G. Don't get it twisted. So we're the face for the business, for the most part. For the most part. For the most part. Come on, chill out, y'all. So we have power there. Like, if motherfuckers just stop playing, the NFL would depend on. The NFL depends on the players. The NBA depends on the players. All these businesses depend on the people. The people have the power. The economy, believe it or not, depends on the people. Everything depends on the people. Everything depends on the people. And it depends on how the people react or act. Whether they choose to be reactors or they choose to be the actor. Aggressor. I don't know what word that'd be. I lost my word, G. Don't look at me like that. It happens, man. Don't make me look bad. Come on, son. So that's what I'm saying. Everything depends on the people. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on, does it really have an impact on your life? Well, if they let them get away with that, then the whole world think. Well, the whole world already has a stereotype of certain people. Even white folks get made fun of. Everybody has a stereotype. You see what I'm saying? And on this territory, this landmass, this business landmass, this corporate landmass, the stereotype of the black man and woman has been always promoted in a negative aspect. And once a male or female stands up for just the moral and principles of things, they're looked at as rebellious, or some type of light like that. And I'm not saying by everybody, but for the most part, yeah, I am. And we have to understand, even though everybody has stereotypes. Gee, do you want to go in there? I see you looking. I see you looking. Stereotypes doesn't make it necessarily true. I didn't get to read that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck a boycott. Stop the boycott shit. Stop that shit. Stop the protesting. Stop that shit. Just stop. That shit is corny to me. We need to protest. We need to boycott. And I understand what you mean, Gorilla. I'm not attacking you personally or nothing. But we have to just stop. That's what you do. You just stop. I don't really need to keep talking about it. Oh, they did this and this, and they ain't shit without us. Well, then stop. If you don't like what's going on, guess what? If you just stop working, don't come in, that whole business will crash soon because there's only going to be so many workers left. There's only going to be so many people that can hold the business up for so long. We got to get out of that. We're going to protest. We're going to. No, no, no. For what? For fucking what? For what? We're going to bring attention to this. I bet you if you stop working there and that bitch collapsed in a week, the whole world would pay attention to the one of these businesses that did well crashing in a week. They wouldn't know why. They wouldn't know how. Everybody motherfucking stopped because they wouldn't appreciate it. What do you do in a relationship when you're not appreciated and your dog walked? You leave. This is a business relationship. Under a mental manipulation is the only reason. And this is how most people keep people. They manipulate them somehow. And that's what happens on the global scale. The stereotypes are mental manipulation. That's a mental manipulation. So we got to just first understand prejudice and racism. Then we have to be able to think without emotions. Emotions are thoughts first. So let's keep it that way. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing deep I could tell you because this is all opinion based. Well, it's not even opinion based. Should be facts. But it's just as far as talk about how he's spending money and shit like that. That's all. Yeah, right. When Marcus Garvey had the shit popping and was looking out for the folks, and folks was looking out for each other, we was shutting shit down, and that could happen anytime, at any time, at any time. Once again, there are so many small businesses. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch where y'all live, in y'all little city towns, wherever the fuck y'all at, that you can invest in. Hey, this motherfucker might make shirts. If he want $20 for his shirt, pay him his 20. You should pay a little bit more for real. Because he's going to use that to keep it within the community. And your dollar appreciates that way. Not going to just fuck it off. That's why I say if he want to fuck off his money, that's on him. If you want to fuck off your money, that's on you. And you're allowed to spend that shit wherever you want. Wherever you want. You see this? I'm not even being funny. This polo hoodie. I've had this polo hoodie for like 2-3 years or something. 3 to 4 years for a long fucking time. Ain't worn it once. Well, I wore it to try it on and shit. Simple shit. Ain't wore it. I got Jordans I don't fucking wear. That was a gift. Like, you have the economic power. But we're stuck in the work, survival, spend to live cycle. And then a little bit of money we do have, we want to set ourselves apart, so we go buy shit like this. And we invest in our money. We invest in them being able to do whatever the fuck they want to us. It's still a cycle of ignorance. It's ignorance. And when you come across certain people, you're just racist. You don't know what the fuck you talk about. Shut up. Oh, you're just ignorant. What does ignorant mean? By definition, can you tell me what ignorance means? Oh, you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean because you don't know what the fuck you're saying. Shut up. Oh, you can't have this, bro. He should have did this with his money. He should have never went. How the fuck is you telling him what to do? That's like me telling you shut the fuck up. Who you telling to shut the fuck up? Right, that's what I'm saying. Shut the fuck up. It's that easy. Everybody got an opinion. I don't see you wearing the TMT shirt. I don't see you supporting him. I don't see that. But you'll buy a ticket to go see him fight. Which, I mean, he gets some of that money. But let's be real. You're investing in seeing violence and shit. More so. That's a lower self situation too. I'll be right back. I'm about to set him down. Okay? I'm about to hook you up, G. I think you did well for your first time on camera. This will be your last time on camera. I don't like to put my children out there, but We know what daddy got in this house. You'll be fine. Be right back, family. Talk amongst each other. Talk shit too. Hopefully some trolls come in here. So shit. We need a lower self perspective. Be right back. Oh. Don't you do it. Man, your mama need to hurry up, G. Alright, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna just let you play. You play in here. Fine. Play with whatever you want, G. I know what you want. Go ahead. Whoa. I already knew that's what you wanted. I know what you want. But yeah, family, that's just how I feel about it. You know, that's just how I feel about it. Gucci's able to do what they want. They're going to continue to do what they want. We can't act like these big businesses aren't racist. We can't. They'll just be ignorant of us. We just be trying to, look the other way, turn the other cheek. Shut. That shit don't work. And that's why they continue to do shit. Us as people had the power to do what we want. It doesn't matter that Floyd has a whole bunch of money. As a group economic, we could have the same amount of money, and our power and our money would be so much higher if we, as a group, understood how to invest our money into whatever we was doing. Is Floyd wrong? No, we can't say what's wrong. In his own life, he can do what he wants. It might be wrong to our opinion. That's it. It all comes back down to, does it affect your life? And that's how you can judge if another person's business is worth being in yours. Yeah, yeah. And a historical, racial perspective as well, Gorilla. And these are one of those taboos. People don't like to talk about race. They say race doesn't exist amongst, we're all humans. Shit like that. Yeah, okay. In one sense, I get what you mean. In a bigger aspect, no, you're just trying to, be passive with the facts, and that's not what we do here. Racism exists 100%. It ain't me feeding fuel to the fire that's doing it. Me in this whole chat room could say racism exists, doesn't mean we're contributing to it. Not at all. We're just pointing it out. And that's where people get butt hurt and their feelings hurt. Because it's a taboo, supposedly, to speak about racism. Bitch, it exists 100%. What are you talking about? And these are some of the things we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about it. Racism exists. Politics, we gotta talk racism, politics, and religion. That's what people talk about. Or don't want to talk about. They're scared to talk about. They get butthurt, emotional. Feelings get involved. It is what it is, G. It is what it is. It exists 100%. You see how the viewership dropped. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't mind. And I don't mind talking about it. It's something that you need to talk about. You need to talk about it. It has to be understood. First, you have to understand it to be able to combat it. You don't have to combat it in a violent way. You have to combat it in a strategic, smart way. And that's the thing we need to understand. Businesses, no matter what business is, and they don't even have to do any racist things. All businesses, all people are able to do what they want. And that's something we got to understand. Yeah, they want to be fed lies. They want to be fed lies. And when you hit them with some truth, they don't want to hear it. They get uncomfortable because it goes against what they believe. And that's fine. It's fucking fine. I feel like as a people, just people, I didn't say no specifics. As a people, we can do so much better than what we're doing. You just have to understand what's going on. That's all I'm saying. How another man spends his money is nobody's business. What another company does really doesn't affect my life, so why would I put my energy into it? Colin Kaepernick in the NFL, that's a business. What he chooses to do is on him. I have no problem with it. I have no real problem with it. I might disagree with it. I might not disagree with it. It just doesn't matter. I only focus on what's better for me and mine. Somebody else's lane is not my. It's not. It's got nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. If you come to me and you say, "Hey King, what's your perspectives? How do you feel about this move I might make?" I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you why I feel about it the way I feel about it. If you end up disagreeing, fine. But I appreciate you listening to the perspective. And I hope you would listen. I hope some of it makes sense. And that's what we got to do in a bigger aspect. Are you really this boy? So that I hope that was enough for the family who did ask me about this. Because I probably won't be gossiping about other people anymore. Unless y'all ask me about it. It's not something I focus on doing. How another man spends his money is simply how he spends his money. You spent your time talking with me. Another motherfucker might be mad that you talking to me. You see how it's gonna happen regardless, bro. I would say don't follow suit in none of their footsteps. If you want to do something, do it on your own terms. That's what they're doing. That's what you should do. Come on, G. Think about it. You work at Pizza Hut. The motherfucking manager comes and tells you to do something. You're gonna be pissy, but you're gonna do it, right? Or you just gonna say, fuck you, I ain't doing that shit. Absolutely, Gorilla. I appreciate you coming through. You know, I got on certain topics, the viewers left. They coming back a little bit. It's all family in here, y'all. Y'all could disagree. Y'all ain't gotta leave. Y'all can state what you disagree. You ain't gotta dip. I know certain taboos we don't talk about or ain't supposed to, but I ain't one of them motherfuckers. I talk about whatever. Y'all even got the promo of the little homie. Huh? Yeah. So that's it, you know. I ain't really got much to say. I am glad that Kaepernick and the NFL came to some understanding. That's dope. That motherfucker is a hell of a quarterback. You feel me? I'm glad he's getting this money. Personally, I wouldn't have went back until they changed some shit up, but I don't know if they did or not. So, once again, I'm staying in my lane, minding my business, and if I hear about it, I hear about it. I'm not gonna go looking for it though. Personally, I'm not gonna be looking up articles and shit like, oh, what's going on with Kaepernick and then no. I'm more so like, damn, when's the next bill paid? Shit. Damn, I'm hungry. I wonder what's on TV. That's the shit I worry about. Well, that's it. What's up, Shahar? I see you, fam. We in here in the dungeon today because there's a lot going on outside. But I had to come holler at my people because somebody asked me about some shit, how I felt about some shit, and that's how I feel about it. Understand the dynamics of racism versus prejudice. If you don't, just go to my other video called Racism versus Prejudice, and it's pretty much that simple. And that's all we're talking about today, you know. And a little bit of economics, proper economics. If you go to my Facebook, I just uploaded like 3 different land masses, plots of land that are selling for the low. Selling for the low. Imagine getting your own business started, and like me and my girl, and hopefully our oldest wants to do a lemonade stand and further progress that. Yeah, economics, man. Just a little bit of economics. The understanding of some group economics. When you run your own shit, you don't need a boss. You can do what you want. On top of that, if you just simply don't have a business, but you invest in some small businesses, you're doing a hell of a service. And your dollar appreciates that way. So that's all. I'm about to get this young man situated. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, even though you left. Because this shit got real. Gorilla stayed, though. Be Easy came through. Shahad came through. The Queen came through. I mean, the family came through, as usual. As usual. And I don't expect nothing less. It's crazy when I don't see y'all in here. You want to say peace, young man? You want to say peace, young man? Do me a favor. Can you do me a favor? Can you say peace? You want to go back to playing on the floor? Here, dude. Damn, you all jumpy. Come on, man. You want to see yourself? Say peace. Say peace. Say peace. Oh, now, hey, he can say that shit. He'll go, psst. He'll do that. Won't you? Won't you? All right, G. You sit down. Let me tell my folks peace out. And I will see them later. I do appreciate you once again. Much love to everybody who stopped through. Queen, I do appreciate you stopping through. I really do. Every time we need that feminine energy, it keeps us balanced. So you are appreciated. Gorilla, you're appreciated. Shahaya, appreciated. Be Easy. Who else probably gonna see it later? You Well. Bionic. All y'all motherfuckers is dope, man. And you're appreciated. So, with that being said, peace when we're together, chaos when we're not. Pick up a book, gain some knowledge, spread some positivity. Have a good day, and if you ain't, make it a good one because you can. And don't forget, you're awesome. Peace, y'all.